Okay, so in today's video, I'm gonna just talk about what you came here for, and as the title says, I did lose my fingernail to a door, and okay, and yeah, I'm gonna just start at the very start, and yeah, in today's video, if you wanna actually see proof of the loose fingernail, just stay to the end at about 10 seconds to the end, perhaps. And yeah, somewhere near the end 10 seconds, you will see a loose fingernail and the said finger, that lost fingernail. And yeah, so I was just I was at school walking up to the science class. Interesting story. And oh, frick. And yeah, so I was just walking to my class, and suddenly I opened this door to a corridor way or a hallway that led to a bunch of staircases, and in that staircases there was this dude or dudette, if you prefer. This woman just stood there, and I was behind the door, so she couldn't see me. I couldn't see her, and I put my hand to push the door open, and for some reason it slammed shut, and my finger or my pinky finger was right next to the closing, what do you call it, the gap where it closes it, and for some reason my finger was super close to that, and it got slammed shut, and the dudette, yeah, I saw the dudette, and then suddenly she did the gas face, like two hands on the mouth and like shock face. I mean, why? What? What makes that kind of face? That is a weird face to make. But she did that face, and then I I don't really think much of it, but it starts to bleed. But I also didn't think much of it because bleeding is like not that big, and it's not a ton of blood like it's pouring out everywhere, but just a little bit of blood, like only on my finger, and not the entire finger, just the fingernail. And sadly, it was a part right at the tippy, at the end, or the growing part. No, what do you call it? At the fingertip, but the opposite of the fingertip, like a finger roots or something. I don't know, but yeah, it slammed shut right on that area for some reason, very close, and it also like chomped out some of the meat, of the finger meat. And yeah, feel free to click off the details since it's not really one that I prefer of talking about, but I did just pluck the fingernail off, so. And yeah, door slammed shut, blood was everywhere on the finger, and yeah, and so I just went to the class, and then one of the assistants just saw my finger, and I put it on the table, and act like nothing happened, and grab my books and stuff. But then the teacher said, "What are you doing? There's blood on your finger, mate." Not that accent, of course, but oh well. But yeah, the man said, "Why'd you put your finger on the table when it was bleeding?" Now I know it was bleeding, but I didn't really thought much about it of why I would put it on the table. I mean, to grab my books. But since it was a dude that's older than me, I shan't speak for then. And yeah, I just shut my mouth for that. And man's assistant rinsed my finger off and said my fingernail was missing, which wasn't really missing, just covered in blood, so man couldn't even see. And yeah, and I got supported to the nurse office, which obviously gave me ice, because that's what every nurse do. Ice solves everything, man. Ice is superior, man. It solves everything. And yeah, he just put ice on my finger, and it cooled down for a while, and then I just went back to class. But then it still very much so hurt. But then that was also a Friday, and there was this school competition stuff, and yeah, school competition stuff. I went there, and we were playing dodgeball, I think. yeah, dodgeball, and then well, my bandage that the school nurse put on my finger, it flew straight off my finger like a rocket ship, man. It just went flying. Yeah. And yeah, I just went flying, and I didn't really care much about it since it was just a bandage, not the fingernail, so I'm good. And didn't really care much and continued playing. And then suddenly it started to bleed again, and then I just I just sat down for like a couple of seconds, and then I got knocked out. Someone tossed a ball at me at an injured person, mate. Injured person. But yeah, so I lost a nail, and then a wound, and then the blood started to pile up on the inside of it. And yeah, couple months later, I think I made a post about that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a post about the fingernail. If you check back, maybe 1 or 2 months ago. I think 3 months ago should be right. Yeah, about 3 months ago, maybe 3 or 4. Not really sure. But a couple months ago, there should be a community post that I posted about the fingernail. And yeah, so I just went to see a doctor, and he just said to don't touch it. Common sense. But yeah, and a couple of months later, here I am, and then today it started to like peel off a bit, like a rotten shell, like a shell. So it just suddenly, and yeah, suddenly I just had the urge to like scratch it because it was itching on the inside. So I did, and the like the tip, like the end or the fingernail roots as I call it, it started to actually peel off a bit, and it kind of revealed some of the inside, like hardened blood, maybe. Not sure what you call it, but yeah, one of those hardened blood substance, and yeah, got hardened, and then yeah, so it didn't really hurt much as to before since it was a bit hard, and yeah, this is a terrible story time, just saying, but yeah, so blah blah blah. I scratched a bit off and started scratching, and then I continued to play. And today there's this basketball inter house thing. And then I played in it, and then again same thing happened, but this time my fingernail is scratched onto the ball, and then it starts to like twitch a bit. And then once I get back home, the like half of the nail is already like loose, and oh, 9 years, damn. Wait, where is I? Oh, yeah, half the nail was already like loose, so I just continued scratching it for a bit. And yeah, a couple hours later, here I am. And yeah, started this story time at 6:09 minutes. See when it ends actually. And yeah, and yeah, I just so basically I scratched it off kind of, and yeah, and after that, here I am right now, and then my fingernail's loose, and it is super numb, man. My entire pinky finger's numb. My entire pinky finger's numb, and then like half of my palm is kind of numb, and I'm doing terrible in these games. But I have 1,000 gems. That's pretty good. And yeah, finger be numb. Oh, god damn, bro. And yeah, uh, yeah, really not much to say, but door slammed on my finger, and then blah blah blah. Yeah, door slammed on my finger, and then inside blood piled up, and then I scratch a bit, and then the nail starts to pull out, like peel off a bit, and then I play basketball, continue to peel off a bit, and then I scratch a bit, and then it peeled off a bit. A couple hours later, stuff happened, and it peeled off, and I just plucked the rest out of it since there's like 10% left still intact to my skin, so I just peeled it off. And yeah, since if you don't want to see the fingernails, yeah, just click on down, because here I will show you the fingernail. And eh, and here it is. There is a fingernail right there. You cannot tell at all. And yeah, that is the fingernail right there. And yeah, if you can kind of see the inside a bit, it is kind of bloody-ish. Yeah, those hard condensed blood thing, super strange. And there is the, yeah, there's the remains of my finger. Really strange, you know. Ow. And it's still kind of nummy, and it is surprisingly not soft. It's kind of hardish. But yeah, that's about it for today's story time, and hope you have a great day.